YouTube! Welcome back to Correctional Officer Stories with Steve. As always, I'm your host. Thank you for tuning in. I've been having some mic problems, so let me know if the sound quality is all right. Obviously, I'll hear it when it plays back. I don't have my headphones. I don't have the adapter I have just doesn't plug in. So if the sound's crappy, let me know. It's not the best mic, but it works, right? I've done a lot of reviews on mics and 190 million versus $30. The $30 one works about the same unless you're going to be singing or whatever. It works for me, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back at you with this video and talk about the stimulus again. And everybody's like, yeah, get over the stimulus, blah, blah, blah. But it's affected millions of Americans. So 13 million Americans were part of this tax thing where the IRS had a temporary account on file for them. And it went into that temporary account in the IRS, in their system, it showed temporary closed account. So these people didn't get their money, right? Like I said, it Tax Act, H&R Block, TurboTax, Jackson Hewitt. But they've allowed you to go in and update that information and then have the check forwarded to your correct account. And they're going to start doing this February 1st. Now, the question that I have is, obviously I've said in previous videos that if you just had a closed account, claim it on your tax refund. I'm actually going to do mine today, and I'll let you guys know if it triggers that, the refund or whatever. I'll do that. I'll actually type that in and see what it says. But the question is, with the third stimulus check, is the IRS going to give you the ability to, one, update your account information, or with it being returned just to a closed account and they know you didn't work with a tax company because all these tax companies worked with the IRS directly, are they going to mail out a check to you so you don't have to dick around? Sorry, I'm trying to quit tobacco. It's just tough. So you don't have to dick, and I'm under a lot of stress right now, so that's probably it. But anyway, so you don't have to dick around waiting on the $1,400 check, because that's a lot of money for people that need this money, especially if you have, you're married, you file jointly, that's $2,800, plus the kids are going to get $1,400 too. So let's add that up. That's $4,200, right? If you've got one kid and you're married, you need that money. If you got more kids, you're going to get even more money. So you need that money. Are they going to send it to a closed account again? I don't know, peeps. I've called the IRS several times because I deal with them on a personal basis because, unfortunately, I always owe tax to the IRS. It's a pain in the butt. It seems like if you make a decent amount, a decent living, you got to pay tax. And I'm not saying I make a ton of money. What I'm telling you is I make enough to where I owe the IRS pretty much every year. So last year was the most I owed, and I didn't, I wasn't going to just straight pay it off. It was quite a bit. It was a substantial amount. We'll just say $100,000. No, I'm playing. It wasn't that much, not even close. But it was a substantial amount, and I made an installment agreement with them. But their installment agreements are crazy. But that's the reason why I contact them. But I also am involved in this stimulus information. So I'm eager to know, excuse me, that was gross. I'm eager to know what the hell they're going to do. Are you going to have to wait to claim your tax again in 2022 for 2021? What the hell's going on? But I think this stimulus check is obviously from your taxes in 19. The $1,400 also in 2019. But for those of you that are telling me you didn't even get a first check, then obviously there's a problem there. If you don't normally file taxes because you're not required to, they did have a free filers tool where you could go in, file a quick tax return to get that stimulus check. Now, I think that expired in November or December of 2020, but they did have that option available where you could go do that. So I'm not sure the reason why you wouldn't get one. Maybe you didn't have an updated address on file. Maybe you didn't go in and put your banking information in. I don't know. But you definitely should have been eligible for that if you met the qualification, right? If you met the income qualification and whatever. So I don't know. I'll do some research on that for those of you, those of my subs or my viewers that just didn't get a first check. I'll do some information. I've got some personal things going on, but I'll definitely get some information and then pose it back out to you guys. Maybe next time I do a video, I won't have chew in my mouth. I used to gut this stuff. I used to just swallow it and not spit it all, but I'm chewing this, what some dippers might call candy. I chew Skoal citrus because I'm trying to quit. For a long time, I chewed Copenhagen snuff, and I was chewing that up until recently. When I started chewing again, I just started up again in like September of last year, October, probably because of stress. I do that a lot. I start and stop. But this time, I've been chewing through like a can a day, and that Copenhagen snuff, I love that stuff. Man, I could smash through that quickly because if you're a chewer and you know, in about 30 to 45 minutes, the taste runs out. It's just, you throw one out to put one back in, and by the time you know it, the day's over and you've gone through a can. So if you do chew, go to Walmart. They're cheap. My buddy actually told me this. Thank you, Archie. Go to Walmart. You can get a log for like $20 versus going to QT. It's like $6 or $7 a can, like $6 something a can. Skoal too. Skoal's expensive. Unfortunately, they don't carry citrus, but I'll chew whatever. I'll chew berry, whatever Skoal product. I don't like cherry. I don't like mint. I chewed that as a teenager. I hate that shit. But I'm telling you, they say, oh, Skoal's for sissies. It doesn't have the nicotine and blah, blah, blah. Copenhagen. I don't notice a difference when I put a Copenhagen snuff in my mouth versus Skoal. It doesn't give me more of a buzz. It doesn't even give me a buzz. I don't know what it does. It's an addiction, I guess. I don't know. But I got to stop because I'm looking at different opportunities and I just got to stop. So I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, again, I wanted to clarify some things though. People are asking me about, the stimulus, the third stimulus check, and is it going to go to a closed account again? I would venture to say that probably not if you're filing the taxes with these tax companies. You've already updated your account information. The IRS has that info now probably, and they'll send it to the right account. Now the IRS they've already given these companies the millions of dollars that they owe their taxpayers to send out to them like February 1st. So I don't know what they're waiting on. So that money's not coming from the IRS, it's coming from these tax companies. But they still should now have your updated information on file. Do they? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. That's my coffee cup. I'll wash it out. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, folks. But take a look at the new American Act the new bill that Biden wrote. I don't know. It's super frustrating what's going on in the world right now. It's got me all the way torn up because I pay attention to it so heavily. And this is probably the first time ever that I've really paid attention to government and stuff that's going on in the world directly related to like the presidency and the Senate and the House. I mean, I paid attention before, but I've been following this for a good 4 years probably. And really when COVID came out, probably when Trump took office when I started following it. But when COVID hit is when I gotta get this out of my mouth. really started to pay attention because of the stimulus and things like that. And it's just crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. And a lot of our family members that have passed on they're just rolling in their graves. You know what I mean? My father, for one, who, it's tough to talk about, but, and I know he's in heaven right now looking down on me, but I know he would be just hating what's going on in the world, hating it. I know he would. So, and my grandfather too. I was really close to my grandfather. And those of you that follow me know that I went through some anxiety in my early 20s. And when I lost my grandfather, it put me into a deep depression. I was really close to him. I really was. It's hard to describe, but I really looked up to my grandfather. As did both my parents, but and I took care of my dad for a long time. Those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that. Me and my wife, we took care of him up until the day that he decided to check out. And what's crazy is, and I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but he was in hospice, and I sat there for 11 days. He was on hospice for a while, but finally I had to get him into the facility. He couldn't be at the house anymore. And he was a diehard Sun Devil fan. He went to Arizona State, knew everything about their sports, knew just a history buff, right? And taking this out, sorry. Excuse me. I could probably cut this out of the video, but I don't do much editing, so it probably won't. Sorry. Anyway, when he passed away, the Sun Devil baseball team, they were in the Super Regional, and they were playing, man, I can't even remember who they were playing, but he wouldn't have known because he was in a deep, he was out. He was basically in a coma, right? But when we got to the hospice facility, and after like the second day, he like whispered, did the Devils win the first game of the Super Regional against, I think it was Cal State Fullerton. I cannot remember. I'm going to have to look it up. I cannot believe I can't remember. Sorry, Pops. And I was thinking, how would you even know that? I'm like, but I didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, Pops, I'll check it out. I'll let you know. But that's crazy, right? He would have not known that. He wasn't reading the paper anymore or paying attention. He didn't have a cell phone and all that. He read the damn paper, cover to cover. I would always try to sneak the sports page out of it, and he would always come looking and be like, "Hey, Steve, where's that sports page at?" But I always try to sneak it in, and he would always in the wrong spot always. He read the Valiant State and the sports. And those of you that know about the Arizona Republic, used to be the Phoenix Gazette, know that those are two of the parts of the paper that a lot of people read. Anyway, but yeah, he'd be rolling in his grave. But let me get back to the topic at hand, the stimulus. I will do some research on this third stimulus check. The IRS won't have any information until it's a go. They have already said that. So if you call that stimulus line, it's like option 7. They're not going to be able to give you any more information than what's on the IRS website. So I will continue to keep you informed on what's going on, if they're going to allow you to update it, which I doubt they allow you to update your account information because of fraud. That is the number one reason why they will not allow that. They let you go in and do it before, but they're not. I don't see them letting you update it, especially because they think they resolved it with all these tax companies and they ended up getting all these payments out, but there's still millions of Americans that did not receive the payment due to a closed bank account. So going forward, I will keep you updated. As always, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, all my goon squad. I don't make promises, but I will be cutting a correctional video here soon. I've got a pretty good story that I think you guys would enjoy, so stay tuned for that. All my stimulus, all my new subscribers, thank you. I'm going to continue to bring stimulus content. Please like and share. Please, if you're new here, subscribe to my content. I promise you it will get better and better. I just made a promise. I don't make promises. But I'm telling you, it's going to get better and better. I'm really now focused on YouTube. I've been doing it for a while, but I was just half-assing it. And it's going to get better. And I'll talk about a variety of things. So you might see my channel name change. I don't know. It probably will. I just don't know yet. I don't know I don't know what direction I'm headed in. But subscribe. I'll try to drop videos daily, if not weekly. I've been trying to put a video out once per day. I've got a lot going on right now in my personal life. So it really just depends. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like I said, like it, share it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button because it's free. And then go ahead and tap that notification bell because when I drop content, boom, you'll be able to watch it. Have a great day. Peace.